We are coming at you live here today from Sudbury's best. Actually, no, we're not. This is LARoqK Productions. This is the first blog of many that I'm going to be doing here. I figured a video blog would be the best place so I can express myself, listen to my rambling on opinions, and tell me initially what you guys think, okay? This whole point of this blog here is to stir some controversy, get people thinking, get people acting. Maybe you don't like me, maybe you don't like my personality, or maybe you don't like my blog, for instance. Maybe you're like, man, this guy just doesn't shut up. Anyways, it's going to be real. I'm going to do it in one take every week on Wednesdays. Maybe I'll make it a Friday. I'm thinking Wednesdays is a good date. We'll start this off. So I want to talk about topics like personal development, motivation, psychology, human behavior. We're going to dabble into a number of different things. Let's go into social media, media in general. I want to go into the mass media idea in general so we can find out some controversial issues. I want to hear your opinions and what you think. But I want to pull it back here for a second. And I want to give you guys a little bit of context about myself. I know you guys probably think, okay, yeah, I'm an author, but if no one really knows me, they probably don't know where I come from. So growing up, I was the type of kid that I was completely scared of everything. Literally, I was overweight. I was an athlete in the sense that, you know what, I played hockey all the time, but I was still overweight. I had no confidence, no self-esteem. My brother bullied me. All his hockey buddies would literally bully me all the time. And what initially it did is what we call in psychology, it's called learned helplessness, at the point where literally my mother was like my savior. She was always the person to back me up, and I would scream to my mom to do all these different things to back me up from my brother. That's my story. That's how it all begun. And then all of a sudden, somehow I developed into this motivational guy. No, I'm kidding, by the way. So how this happened was, growing up, I played hockey, lacrosse, football, a number of different sports. But my family background was in hockey, so I was like, okay, you had to do your hockey thing and whatever. But my true passion was martial arts. I had always been attracted to martial arts from a younger age, but I never got involved. I tried out a karate class. I figured, oh yeah, this will be good. But then finally, by the time I hit 16 years old, I was really thinking about it. I was playing a lot of UFC on my PlayStation. I was like, holy crap, I got to try martial arts. I practically begged my parents. It was across the city. And initially what happened was, they drove me to a class. The rest is history. I met a whole bunch of great people, a bunch of great martial artists, lots of them who are actually going pro now. They're like mentors to me, training partners. And in doing so, I completely discovered myself and my passion. What it did, it was like someone just kicked me right in the head, literally, and it opened my mind to the endless possibilities within my life. If you think about motivation and motivation psychology, anything in terms of mindset, the martial arts background, I would say, is probably the strongest for getting you different types of results or any certain things that involve that, because it really opens your mind. It's not so much that it's a selfish sport. It's more so based on you. You're not a team. It's not like I go home at night. I want to play hockey. I need a hockey stick. Well, no, martial arts, you got these two hands, you got your knees, your elbows, a whole bunch of different things. And that's what I found really fascinating. It was just this whole art form in itself. I would never call myself a martial arts fighter. I'd say, I'm a martial artist or a martial arts practitioner. Whereas a lot of my buddies that are in the sport, they're martial arts fighters. Those guys are some tough guys. But how this all tied into my story was, it was through martial arts that I discovered my passion, and I was able to finally start getting some confidence because I lost weight. So when I do my seminars in high schools, or I work with a number of different people, a lot of the same consistent variables in high school is lack of confidence and direction. So I want to focus today on lack of confidence. So how do you build confidence? It's a question that I've kind of been asking myself, I've been working with. And what I've found is, in order to build confidence, how you build confidence is through experience. So what do I mean by that? You need experience. It's like, oh, I need 10 years of work to be able to get confidence. No, it's basically putting yourself in the unknown so that you can know. You know what I mean? Or how I break it down for a second, doing something you don't know how to do, or doing something that you're kind of uncertain about and getting in there and doing it. It's not about just going right in, skipping 5 steps of stairs. No, it's taking one step at a time. So putting yourself in that environment, maybe not participating in martial arts, for instance, and maybe just watching a class. Start talking to people, start going around, and then all of a sudden you start to apply the knowledge. When I started at the bank, so I work at TD Bank, for instance, I started at the bank. I thought, I watched everyone for like 3 weeks to a month, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, no problem. Guess what happened? Failure. First time on the line, I'm sitting there's a line out the door, and there's me trying to figure out how to take in a deposit and put it out. You have to apply the knowledge to get the confidence, to get the experience, to say, okay, yeah, I can do this. If you're just sitting there watching on the sidelines for, let's say, a long time, you're going to be sitting there kind of wishy-washy thinking, well, maybe I can do that, maybe I can't, until you actually go in there and do it. Who knows? Maybe you go in there, you get knocked unconscious in a martial arts fight, for instance, okay? Maybe you get in there and get knocked unconscious, but at least you're going to know what you're up against rather than playing the what-if card 100 different times. So that's what life's all about. If you want to build confidence, you have to do things you don't want to do, and that will, in fact, kind of give you some more experience. It'll get your brain thinking, saying, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe all of a sudden you'll make a connection thinking, well, bang, I can do that. And that's how the ripple effect starts. That's how you build momentum rather than sitting there like a constant stop sign, always thinking, well, no, you know, rather than just doing it. Get in there, try it. Go in there, maybe kick a soccer ball. Go in there, dive in the pool. Go do a backflip. Do it all in a risk-free, not a risk-free, but do it all in a time when, you know, there's not that much risk, where you realize, can rationalize with that fear. So this is what I'm going to start off this week. It's going to be short because I know half of you people probably don't want to listen to this. Me and my rambles, right? No, I'm making a joke. But we're going to start off like this, and this is it. And then during the week, whatever's coming up, I'm going to bring in certain topics. I'm going to bring in certain things. Eventually, I'm going to bring in certain guests, and we'll have a little bit of an analytical conversation. Well, I don't know if it'll be too much analytical, or maybe just a stupid conversation. But this is the real me. This is the reality. And I'd love to talk with you guys. I want to get you engaging and see what you have on the brain. So if you don't like the stuff I got to bring, I want to hear it. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what we could work on. Tell me maybe something else that I wouldn't know, so that we can bounce ideas off each other and maybe come to a solution. Either that, or maybe you'll block me on Facebook, say, hey, I don't want this guy on my social media network. What the hell is he doing? All right. So this is going to be awesome, guys. I hope you guys have a great a great evening at this point. And I'll be seeing you next week. We're going to keep this posted here.